Welcome back. In commemoration of the season, Morrison Communications Group, owners and operator of the Atlantic Television Network and Wish 99.5 FM, has also extended hands of love to the society by donating gift items to the less privileged. Correspondent Femi Ogunkilede was there in the reports.
As corporate bodies, organizations, and individuals are extending hands of love by donating gifts to the less privileged in the society, especially during this festive period, the management of Atlantic Television Network, owners of Wish 99.5 FM, has donated gift items worth thousands of naira to the daughter of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul Motherless Home and Home of the Elderly in Port Harcourt. Speaking to journalists shortly after the donation, a sister of Doctor of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul Motherless Home, Sister Angela Rose, while expressing happiness over the gift, called on government and organizations not to relent in extending hands of gift to the home.
We thank God for He made it for her to remember us. We have 52 children here living with us. During the COVID, they were up to 70-something. We are all locked down here. But God, how He sustained us till now, we do not know. But God has been doing it with His well-spirited people that He sends. That's how we are surviving. As you see the children, these are the few that are here, but there are 52. You know, our work is rehabilitation, reintegration. And after rehabilitation, as we bring them to the street, from the street, we trace their homes. We have gone to Abuja to reconcile with the family. We have gone to Okene or whatever. Then Lagos, we have gone. All parts we have gone to reconcile. And those ones, like the ones in Abuja, they are there with their parents.
Also speaking, the matron of the Home of the Elderly, Mary Jane Raphael, also called on governments, organizations, corporate bodies, and individuals to also extend their hands of love to the home by donating medical items to enhance their health conditions.
I was very happy when my friend called me in the morning. The Morrison Communication Group is coming this afternoon to see the elderly ones. I was very happy. I wanted to bring them out, but because we are keeping off this condition we have now, and many of them are not feeling fine. That's why they are not outside. Because normally when some group or company call us like that, they normally come out because they're always happy to see visitors. So I'm very edified, even when I saw the foam. Because when she called me the other time and asked me the size of the foam, I told her, or him, I don't know, is this her? I told her that we need it. So I thank God, and today the company is bringing the foam for us, and other items. We thank God and we pray the good Lord to reward and grant each and every one of us our heart desire, because as old age is a rare grace, we always pray for our benefactors and our benefactresses, especially this our festive time.
On her part, the chairman of Morrison Communication Group, Chinyere Igwe, represented by lead commercial Ijeoma Ejiogu, said the management decided to give out items as part of its humanitarian services to the less privileged in the society.
Why we decided to do that is, we're in the season of love, Christmas season, entering New Year. So, Wish FM and ATM Network, which is a Morrison Communication Group, the owners of this particular two company. So we decided to show love to the less privileged, the elderly ones. Some persons are in the elderly home. I'm so surprised we went there today. They said one person just died yesterday. I was so surprised. Probably because they're not being taken care of because of lack of what they should have to take care of them. So we decided to go there today to take care of them, go to the home of the elderly, go to Shesha home to show love and likeness to them, tell them that people love them outside there.
Right now, we are at the home of elderly in one of the rooms where the board, as you can see, they are on their beds. The sister of the home expressed pleasure over gifts and items being brought to the home. In the other hand, she actually called on corporate body, governmental organizations, and individuals to always exchange hands of fellowship by donating our healthcare materials that they actually need health care so that they can be health sound. From Port Harcourt, Femi Ogunkilede, HUMANITARIan News.
HUMANITARIan Rebel says they have allowed the temporary resumption of the United Nations flight into the airport in the capital, Sana'a, a week after a halt due to Saudi-led coalition air raid. The rebel-run Al Masad television report that the HUMANITARIan Foreign Ministry was contacted to notify the UN and all international organizations that Sana'a Airport was ready to receive flights. The HUMANITARIan also accused the Saudi-led coalition of preventing the entry of communication and navigation device into Sana'a Airport to replace the old ones. France has announced new COVID-19 measures in a bid to stem the surge in infections as concern raises wide weighed over the rapid spread of the highly transmissible Omicron variant. Late on Monday, France Prime Minister Jean Castex said from January 3, working from home will be mandatory for at least 3 days per week for those who can do so, while public gatherings will be limited to 2,000 people indoors and to 500 people for outdoor events. He said consumption of food and drink will be banned on public transport, including on long-distance routes, as well as in cinema, theaters, and sports facilities. In bars and restaurants, all food and drink will have to be consumed seated and not standing. The Prime Minister said the new rule will be in place for at least 3 weeks, but there will be no curfew for New Year's Eve and schools will reopen as planned in early January. The move came after France on Saturday recorded more than 100,000 COVID-19 infections in a single day for the first time since the pandemic erupted. Elsewhere, the U.S. health officials have held that they recommended the isolation time for people with COVID-19 to okay. All right. Now recommended for symptomatic COVID-19 from 10 to 5 days amid a surge in case. The measure is expected to alleviate the disruption caused by the staff shortage in many areas because of infections. The Center for Disease Control says that most transmissions happen in the 2-day period before the 3-day after symptoms are developed. However, experts have criticized the lack of testing requirements to end the isolation. The sharp rise in the case has been fueled by the Omicron variant of the virus, which is now dominant in the U.S. And the United States and Russia are set to hold March anticipation